Good morning, students. To continue with Chapter 3 Money and Credit. Today, we are going to study about the sources of credit. Sources of credit are divided into two categories. First one, formal sources of credit. Second is informal sources of credit. The formal sector credit includes banks and cooperatives, whereas informal sector includes moneylender, traders, employers, friends and relatives. Let us try to understand the difference between the formal sources and informal sources through a story of village Sonpur. In village Sonpur, we are going to study about the four main sources of credit. A farmer, Shamlal, he has 1.5 acres of land. Every year he needs loan. He gets this loan from village money lender at the interest rate of 5% per month. That is 60% per annum. And beside the interest charged on the loan, the trader also makes the farmers promise to sell the crop to him. This way, the trader can ensure that the money is repaid to him. Also, since the crop prices are very low, after the harvest, the trader is able to make profit from buying the crop at a low price from the farmer, then selling it later when the prices increases. In this way, he makes double profit. First of all, he charge very high interest rate, and secondly, he purchase the crop of the farmer at very less rate and sells it at a very high rate in a market. Secondly, Rama is working in a neighboring field. She works as an agricultural laborer. There are several months in a year when she has no work. She needs credit to meet the daily expenses. Expenses on sudden illness or function in a family all are met through loans. She has to depend on her employer, a medium landowner in village Sonpur, for credit. The landowner charges an interest rate of 5% per annum. She repays the money by working for landowner. Most of the time, she has to take a fresh loan before the previous loan has been repaid. So at present, she is having the loan amount of rupees 5,000. Landowner does not treat her well, but even then she continues to work from him because she can get loan from him when in need. So she tells that the only source of credit for the landless people in Sonpur are the landowner employers. In this way, she is exploited. Suppose she is having the loan of 5,000 rupees, 60% interest rate per annum means that is 3,000 rupees. So she has to repay the 8,000 rupees with principal amount, which is very much high. Now, third example is Arun, who is supervising the work of one farm laborer. He has 7 acres of land. He is very lucky. He is the only person in Sonpur to get loan from bank. The interest rate charged by the bank is 8.5% per annum, and he can be which it can be repaid anytime in the next 3 years. So Arun plans to repay loan after harvest by selling a part of crop. He then intends to store the rest of the crop, that is potatoes which are grown by him, in a cold storage and apply for a fresh loan from the bank against the cold storage receipts. The bank offers these facilities to the farmer who have taken loan from that bank. Now you see the difference. Banks charge only 8.5% interest rate per annum, and he can use the receipt of the cold storage as a collateral. Fourthly, nowadays, beside banks, there are cooperative societies which provides cheap credit in rural areas. Members of the cooperative pool their resources for cooperation in certain areas. There are several types of cooperative societies such as farmers cooperatives, weavers cooperatives, industrial worker cooperatives, etc. Krikshak cooperatives function in a village not very far away from Sonpur. It has 2,300 farmers as its member. It accepts deposits from its member with these deposits as collateral. The cooperative has obtained a large loan from the bank. These funds are used to provide loans to the member. Once these loans are repaid, another round of lending can take place. So in this way, Krikshak Cooperatives provides loan for the purchase of agricultural implements, loans for cultivation and agricultural trade, fishery loan and so many other loans. Again, the interest rate is whatever the bank charge. So it is clear formal sector loans are cheaper because interest rate charge is very low, whereas in informal sector the credit is very costly because interest rate is very high. Now let us study the role of Reserve Bank of India. We know that Reserve Bank of India supervise the functioning of formal sources of loan. For example, the banks, whether they maintain cash balance out of the deposits they receive, this is monitored by Reserve Bank whether they are actually maintaining cash balance. Similarly, the RBI checks that banks gives loan not just to profit making businesses and traders but also to small cultivators, small scale industries, to small borrowers, etc. Thirdly, periodically every bank have to submit information to RBI on how much they are lending to whom and at what interest rate. Means there is Reserve Bank to check the functioning of formal sources of credit, but there is no organization which supervise the credit activities of lender in the informal sector. They can lend at whatever interest rate they decide. There is no one to stop them from using unfair means to get their money back. Thank you.